Many people celebrate and enjoy Halloween, but many don't know that the myths and the spooky stories we hear come from different places around the world. Salem is one of those places. As many of you know, the Salem witch trials is a well-known event that took place in Salem. These trials have been referenced in many Halloween movies and are an important part of Salem's history. However, there is also a lot more to this place. Salem is mostly known for the tragedy of the Salem witch trials, but the history runs deeper than that. There are many other events that make the city interesting. The many people and places that have contributed to its past make it an interesting place to visit and be educated on. Today, I will share with you the historical significance of Salem, the important places that make up Salem, and the important people and their impact on Salem. To fully understand the significance of the history, you have to learn about the events that led to such rich history. According to the writer Betsy Frawley Haggerty of the article on Bonnier Corporation called Salem, Massachusetts, there is so much more to be learned from the Salem witch trials. They are a reminder of how innocent people can be victimized by intolerance. The Salem witch trials had a big impact on Salem and its history and its future. This event took place in 1962 when the hysteria of witchcraft spread across Massachusetts. Many men, women, and children were accused. This turmoil negatively affected people and communities. People turned against one another, and people were wrongly treated with false accusations. This event also stayed with the community for a long time. However, soon after, good names were restored and financial restitution was provided. According to the author, Susan Seville, of the book Hidden History of Salem, the history of the witch trials is not the only thing that Salem is known for. Salem also helped during the American Revolution and the War of 1812. It served as a privateer's base and was also used for maritime. Not only that, but it was also a shipbuilding center. The harbors in Salem also made it an easy and reliable spot for trade. Salem is known for its retail trade. It had many trading partners that made it easy for advancements and getting goods to people in need. Now that you know about the history of Salem, you have to learn about the places that have contributed to this history. According to the writer Ebenezer of the article The Salem Witch Museum, the Salem Witch Museum provides an educational experience to fully understand the significant effect the Salem witch trials had on Salem, Massachusetts. This museum uses historical events to recreate visual scenes. You are able to experience 13 life-size stage sets. These sets are based on real trial documents that will bring you through events that took place. You are able to see what happened during this dark time and understand the effect it had on Salem. The amount of things you can do does not stop at these sets. Another part of the museum deals with the history of witches and how they went about hunting them. A tour guide will bring you through different interpretations of witches, the different stereotypes, and the phenomenon of witch hunting. According to the National Park Service, the Salem Maritime National Historic Site was the first historic site made by the National Park Service. This historic site promotes maritime history for both New England and the United States. It preserves a historic waterfront. You are able to see the importance of trade and how it affected the economy of the city. Now that you know about the history of Salem and the places, you need to know about the people and how they impacted Salem. Many people in Salem have made the city what it is. One man in particular is Roger Conant. Roger Conant is considered to be the founder of Salem, as said in an article called Roger Conant. Roger established the city and made it what it was. When he moved to New England in 1622, he became governor of Cape Ann. In the future, he wanted to make something more permanent, so he found an ideal spot on the Noonkeg River that then became known as Salem. Under him, Salem thrived and became a nice place to live. There are many other people that left their mark on Salem. One of those people was Henry Prince. Henry Prince was an important captain throughout his life. Henry Prince commanded a vessel for the most important merchants in Salem. He also built the West India Goods Store. This store was well known throughout Salem and was an important retail store for many people. In conclusion, I have told you about the important history of Salem, the important places that make up Salem, and the important people and their historical connection to the city. Salem, Massachusetts is full of rich history and is an interesting place to learn about. The many places and people that have contributed to its past make it a fun place to visit. Even though the Salem witch trials are the most known event, there is still so much more to the city. Salem, Massachusetts is an exciting place to visit. I encourage all of you to travel there and experience the drama and the rich history it has to offer.